us up on our north end of our Regent Park area. And I want to introduce my brother Brian Carnes. He's running for the South Carolina Senate seat to replace Mick Mulvaney. And we asked if we could come over and let him give you a little bit of talk to see if we could come up some support for him. So he used to be in the Pleasant Valley Fire Department years ago. Work took him away from us, but now he's the head of our fee board. So he's still involved with us. He's got fire department at heart too. So I appreciate the opportunity for y'all to us here.
Again, just to follow up what Mark said, I appreciate the opportunity to speak to you here. I also want to say that I respect and appreciate the job that you do as volunteer firemen. When I was in the volunteer fire department, it's very much different than it was today. I got out of it in the late 80s. I became a traveling salesman, and I was gone 3 or 4 or 5 days a week. And about that time was when all the training was really starting, and you had to get those hours in, and I just couldn't do it, even though I spent a couple of years after that as the treasurer of the fire department. And I got on the fee board a couple of years ago to represent the community, and I was elected chairman this past year. And you guys again were some of the pioneers for that, and I think it's a great vehicle for being able to support firefighters and being able to support the community as well. And what I want to bring to South Carolina is we've gotten government out of whack and out of control. We need to try to reel in the bureaucratic structure in Columbia and throughout the state. I'm a small businessman, and I face every day those hurdles of all those issues that small businessmen face, and it's trying to provide jobs to the community and to provide support to the employees that I have. And I also look at the tax structure in our state, and it really needs to be reformed to make it more business friendly. I mean, the economy right now is one of those big things all of us are facing. That there may be people in this room that are out of jobs still right now from the economic downturn. We need to attract good quality companies to our area, companies that are paying good wages, and companies that can use the skills of the people that we have here. But one of the things that holds us back from attracting those companies and those businesses is that our tax structure is just not very friendly to businesses. We sort of fall there in the middle of the pack of our tax structure. If you look over the last 10 years since we did the last census, and these figures just came out last week, so this is all fresh data. There are 9 states in the United States that don't have an income tax. Out of those 9 states, they grew 35% of the jobs that have been created in the last 10 years. That's a pretty significant number. If you do the averages, that would probably be, they should be doing about 20%. So they're doing almost double what, excuse me, thought I put this thing on silent. They're creating almost double the jobs that the rest of the states are creating, which means that somewhere out here there's people that are in the negative. And, we want to be up in that pack in South Carolina. I want to support volunteer firefighters. In fact, one of the things I would like to do is, if I'm elected, is to spend opportunities meeting with volunteer firefighters and finding out ideas that you have that I can represent you in Columbia. I'm not going down to Columbia with any preconceived notions, and I'm not going to go down there with any grand plans. I want to go down there with what the people in this district want me to do and how they want me to represent them. And the only way that I can do that is to be able to get out and meet with groups like volunteer firefighters and other groups in the community. And I do have a heart for volunteer firefighters. Mark is a volunteer firefighter, and so is one of my other brothers. So, you know, when that siren goes off, I generally know that Mark's probably in that truck. They established 2 awards this year for the most fires attended and the most training hours, and Mark got both of them. So I know when that truck's rolling, he's there. And, you know, it's really something that, you know, there's a part of me that's going there, and there's always a concern of, you know, what's going to happen. And your families face that every day. And you face that every day. And I just want you to know that I support the work that you're doing. We need to look at restructuring our government, trying to bring it to where it's more efficient. It's just gotten to the point where it's not people-friendly. And it's, you know, we need to turn that focus back on us because we're the ones that are sending the representatives to Columbia. We're the ones that's funding the government. And, you know, that focus should be on us. I had the opportunity to meet with our economic development director in Lancaster County today, and we talked about some of his frustrations with some of the programs that we have there of trying to train people, retrain people for jobs, and how out of whack that whole process is because, you know, the people that are doing the training, the people that are trying to offer jobs, they think they're being successful when they run a person through the class. Well, to me, success is when that person that goes through the class and they get a job. And there's a big disconnect there because there's no focus on getting them a job. There's just a focus on getting them through the class and getting them retrained. But, you know, if you're not hooking those people up with areas that they can get a job in, what kind of success is that? You know, a trained person that's unemployed is still an unemployed person. And so, you know, that's one of the things that one of the notes I made when I was talking to him is if I get elected, that's one thing I'm going to focus on is, you know, making York Tech and the One Stop and the WIA, you know, let's not just focus on retraining people. Let's focus on training people and getting them jobs. They took a tour through one of the businesses in our area today, the One Stop people did with him. And they found out while they were there that this company's getting ready to hire 30 or 40 new people in the next couple of months. And the people in Lancaster that have people that these people could use haven't even been talking to this business. And the lines of communication need to be open. And you know, I hope that I can help open those lines of communication.
Which party did you say you run with?
Republican.
What's your background, bro?
I have lived in Indian lands all my life. Mark and I were born and raised there. I'm a small business owner. I have actually I'm partners in 2 businesses. One, we provide the lighting displays for Lowe's and Home Depot. And then the other business I'm in partners with one of my older brothers, and we have a company that provides in-home non-medical services to senior citizens. And we provide those services by using other senior citizens. We do things like transportation, meal preparation, house cleaning, maybe running errands for people. I served on the school board in Lancaster County from 1998 to 2006. Again, I served on the fee board in Pleasant Valley for 2 years.
I appreciate you coming by the fire department and the York County Chiefs Association too, which is all the fire departments in the county. We can't endorse political candidates, but
I understand.
we all know Mark real well, and good to meet you and hear just a little bit about what you're interested in. He left a lot of brochures and information up here for any of the firefighters that's interested. But you don't usually have trouble getting Republican votes in our fire district.
Okay.
Can't remember the last time a Democrat probably. It is what it is.
Well, I would say contract's running, but that one, somebody actually filed for it yesterday, so there is one running.
All right, thanks for stopping by.
All right, thank you.